about driver's licenses. So when did you, I'm curious to know, first I'll tell you a little bit about when I got my driver's license. I'll bring up a picture of a driver's license. Have you seen an American driver's license before? Elena or Svetlana? Have you seen an American driver's license?
I can't see American driver's license.
Okay. And Elena, have you?
I can see in American films too.
Oh, in where?
Movies.
Film?
American movies.
Yes, American movies.
Films.
Yeah, films or movies. Have you seen what movie have you seen that had a driver's license in it? What movie or film did you see that had a driver's license? What movie did you see that had a driver's license in it?
Names films.
Yes.
Beverly Hills. 2010.
Yes.
TV serial.
Yes. That's funny. I didn't know that they had a picture of a driver's license. I want to post, let me share, a picture of the new Missouri driver's license. Let's see, recently. Here it is. So this is what, it seems like they're always changing. But the new Missouri driver's license will look like this. It's taking a long time to load. So you see it, yes? Well, not yet. Yelena, you see it?
I can see.
And Svetlana, you can also see it? So you'll notice that it is, it's very small. It looks like a credit card, yes? And here on the first one, this is a driver's license for under 21, and the new format is portrait. But for a regular driver's license, the format is landscape. That's the orientation, so portrait or landscape. What does a Russian driver's license look like? What do you need in order to drive in Russia? What document?
Our driver license look like at the first example.
I'm sorry, could you please repeat, Svetlana?
Russian driver license look like at the first example driver license of Missouri. Don't understand.
No, I still haven't understood. It looks like what?
Looks like just a moment.
Yes. Oh, you're looking. Okay. Yes.
Look like that.
Oh, it's the same. It looks the same.
Yes.
A small card.
Yes.
Okay. So they're very similar. And does it have it has the same information? So it has a picture and your name,
Yes.
and address. Okay, so it's all the same.
It is no.
Oh, not your address.
I try to remember. No, not address.
Not your address. Yeah. Let me see what else there is on here.
And in license, we have one picture. You have
Yes.
two pictures.
Yes.
We have one picture.
The second picture is a security feature, so that it's harder to, what's the word? Oh my goodness, I can't think of the word this morning. So that it's harder to duplicate or forge. Duplicate or forge. Forgery is the criminal term or the technical term. Do you know what? This is good information. EXP. Do you know what that stands for? EXP. So it says driver license. Has the person's name, their address, EXP. This is a term that applies to more things than just driver's license. This EXP can apply to many things. EXP followed by a date. Do you know what EXP might mean?
No.
It means expiration. Expiration. So this is a good abbreviation. It's an abbreviation. It's very good to know because you will see this on food. You will see it on medicines. Obviously, driver's license and other documents. So EXP stands for followed by the date, gives when the document, food, medication will expire or no longer be good. So EXP plus the date is the date when the document, food, or medication will expire and no longer be valid. So, so what year will this sample driver's license expire, Yelena? What year? What year will this driver's license expire?
I think 10 year.
In which year? See where it says EXP?
10 year. 10 лет.
In 2010? In 2010?
I have not driving license.
Oh, your
I have my husband.
Yes.
And he как получил?
Received.
He received a new driving license in last year.
Yes. So Russian driver's licenses expire in 10 years. Aha, I understand. But what about this sample, the driver's license of this Francesca Marie? When will her driver's license expire, according to the image on the screen? In what year will her driver's license expire?
6 years.
What's that, Svetlana?
The period of using this license is 6 years, and date of
expiration
the 1st of February. February. Yes.
Yes, February.
2060.
Yes. So this exactly. Yes, Svetlana. Francesca Marie Senior's driver's license, according to what we have on the screen. Let me make sure. Will expire on. Remember that we put the month first. So the 1st of February, 2016. We also have the sex, weight, WGT, stands for weight.
Weight?
Yes, weight.
Why?
Well, for several reasons. One reason, I know that weight can change, but one reason is identification. So if a person tries to use someone else's driver's license and the weight is very different, so maybe I am using a friend's driver's license, but I am very skinny and they are very fat, okay? And I give this driver's license to a police officer, and they look at it and they say, oh, so you're Francesca Marie and you live at this address. Okay, well, that weight is about right, but and you're a female, okay, so that's all right. But it says here that you're supposed to be 220 pounds. And he looks at me, and I'm clearly not 220 pounds. And he says, And so then he'll go and check other things to make sure that I am who I say I am. Okay? So it's for identification. And the same goes with height. Another reason to have it on your driver's license is that it's a record to check. So if someone is in a car accident and they die, it would also be maybe a way to identify them. So it's an easily accessible or an easy to reach record, public record.
It's very interesting.
Yes.
But I think that this document must include unchanging information.
Maybe. I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think if some people don't go to the doctor regularly, and my medical records would have my height and weight listed. But if I didn't go to the doctor, then no one would know what my height and weight were. So this is a way to document. You're right that weight can change significantly, but height, there's also height. HGT stands for height. Height does not change usually at this age.
Height is not change parameter.
Yes.
But it's not important parameters, I think.
Well, for identification upon sudden death, it can help.
Identification in
Upon sudden death. So in a car accident.
okay.
Or, I don't know, it's strange. I don't understand why the government wants it. But it would be for identification. Does that make sense, Elena, to you? Or do you understand?
I think height also changing with oldest.
It can. That's true.
And white is very important, very changing.
Oh, it's true. Although, but look, oh, here's Sergey. We have eye color. Eye color does not change. What color are Francesca Senior's eyes?
Hello.
Francesca. Hello, Sergey.
Hello.
We are discussing a driver's license, a Missouri driver's license.
It's a good idea.
Yes. There were some surprising things. What have you been surprised about, Yelena and Svetlana? Please tell Sergey what has surprised you so far. You may use your arrows. See how Svetlana has an arrow? Yelena can also use an arrow. So tell Sergey, please, what has surprised you?
Sorry, 1 second.
Yes. So hold on, don't tell him.
Сейчас, подожди.
Okay, so while Sergey is coming back, what color are Francesca's eyes? You have disappeared, Sergey. Ah, you're back.
I'm back.
Excellent.
As Terminator.
Yes, like the Terminator. So, Yelena, what has surprised you so far about this driver's license? Could you tell Sergey, please? What has surprised you?
For me, surprise is parameters what change. Height, white, and colors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but eye color doesn't change. Height and weight can change. It's true. Mm-hmm. So Yelena is surprised by the fact that this driver's license includes a person's weight, which can change, and a person's height, which can also change. Yes, Lana, has anything else surprised you?
Yes, I surprised also parameters weight on height and
Your head.
what to do with my organ
Yes.
incident.
True.
But it's a document
It's
for
true.
driving car.
But that's why they need this information, because I'm trying to think, what's the statistic? One moment. let's see. Here's a good, this should work. Let me see.
Maybe it's a real driver license, or it's
no,
a joke.
It's not a joke, but it's a sample.
No,
it's a sample from the website.
It's I
Yes.
understand what is sample, but it's really this parameter has a driver license.
Yes, this is from the official website of the Missouri Department of Transportation. So the Missouri Department of Transportation. They have this as a sample of the new driver's licenses because they change the way they look every few years. And this is what the new one will look like. Mine is a little bit similar. Here, let me show you. Svetlana, here's the reason. That they have information in case of death on the driver's license, because so have you found the United States on the list? So apparently, this is of course Wikipedia, so it's not. Apparently there were 33,808 fatalities last year.
Where is Russia?
Where is Russia?
Let's see. Where is Russia? 27,991. And here's the logic. Here's the logic. If you're driving,
it's very objective.
I'm sure
because our country has different members, and maybe correct right persons of members.
Yes.
The first of column is fatalities per 100,000.
100,000?
No, not in percent, but in
actual numbers.
Одно и то же. Цикл. Persons and how much of 1,000?
Oh, out of 1,000. How many out of 1,000?
How many people is died from
yes
1,000, for example?
Out of 1,000, yes.
Yes.
Let me see. Then I'll find. I don't know about Russia, but I can. Let's see. Well, we won't look at that because that's just depressing. There are many deaths in accidents, and so because there are so many deaths in accidents, yeah, it looks like that's about right. 33,000 for the United States, roughly. Because so many people die in car accidents, and when you're driving, you're supposed to have your driver's license with you. So even if you have nothing else, you should have your driver's license. So people are more likely to have their driver's license, and because of that, they need this information just in case. I know it seems morbid.
Maybe more useful includes in the document a group of good.
Which document?
In the driver license.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
this parameter can help people in the car incident.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. It's whether it helps or not. I hope that it's useful, and I would have to ask Kyle if it's useful. My husband, but and I also think that it's a little bit. I understand why they have the address, because they want to have an address listed, but this is also problematic for several reasons, because people move. I moved. My address now is not my current address. So that's one reason. So one reason that it's a problem is people move. Can you think of other reasons that it would be a problem?
If you move, you need to change driver license.
Yeah, I need to do that. I haven't done it yet. Kyle asked me the other day, he said, "Did you change your driver's license?" I said, "No."
In Russia, we no need on moved driver license, but we have a passport in which many stamp.
Yes. Stamps. Many stamps. There are lots of authorizations or stamps. It's a good question.
Stamp with address.
So authorizations, maybe. The problem is this doesn't really exist in America. We don't have a local passport.
But you have a driver license.
But we have a driver's license. But it looks like the Russian driver's license, according to Svetlana. No?
It's a question for Sergey?
Yeah, it's for Sergey. Svetlana thinks it looks like the Russian driver's license. Do you agree?
Svetlana looks like...
Just a moment. Svetlana thinks that the American driver's license looks like a Russian driver's license. Do you agree?
Sometimes,
Sometimes.
In Russian driver license, many smaller has smaller information about address, about human parameters.
So on the driver's license?
Our driver license has a photo.
Has less. It has less information. Less personal information.
Less personal information. Our has a photography, has a category. Class.
Yes, that's our class.
Has a expiration date.
Expiration date.
And address when I take it driver license.
So it has the address of the location where you passed the driver's license.
Yes. And when I move in on the country, I no need to change driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Very interesting. When can you receive a driver's license in Russia? At what age? If this is for anyone.
My first driver's license I have it when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
18. It was in 1998.
1998.
98.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Yelena? When did you receive your, at what age did you receive your driver's license?
It's a project.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I need in driving classes, but I have no time for waiting.
Oh, so you don't have a driver's license right now? You don't currently have a driver's license, correct? Yelena? So you don't currently have a driver's license? In other words, you don't currently have a driver's license right now?
I haven't a driving license this time.
And remember, it's that confusing, no, I don't have one.
Eletz
No,
is not ready for this evening.
Oh, Sergey.
Are you ready?
What about?
I'm especially.
You're especially not ready.
Proceed.
You're against it. What about you, Svetlana? When did you receive your driver's license?
My driver license, date of expiration, my driver license is 2021 year. Year. Yes?
Yes.
Первое.
Yeah, 2021. Yeah.
2021.
Mm-hmm. But when did you receive your driver's license? Your first driver's license?
It's my first driving license.
It is your first driving license? Mm-hmm. So you would have received it in 2011?
Yes.
Yes, because you said they expire in 10 years.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you know when Americans get their driver's licenses? Maybe for movies, you know. Do you know when Americans get their driver's license?
I don't
Their first
understand.
driver's
No.
license. I'm typing the question. Just a moment. Do you know when Americans get their first driver's licenses? At what age? Can an American?
In 18. On the car.
No, not 18.
16.
16. It depends on the state, I should say. So just a moment. I'll type the full question that I asked. And Sergey said yes, correct. At age 16, an American can get a driver's license. But, yes, go ahead, Sergey.
It's all transport, all it's only car.
I'm pretty sure it's only
on
for a
bike.
car, not a motorcycle. Not for a bike. It also depends on the state. Each state issues its own driver's license. That's why you see here the state of Missouri. And so the laws in every state are different. It's like if the Moskovskaya Oblast had its own laws, and then the next oblast had different laws. It would be like that, but it's not like that in Russia, as far as I understand.
No,
It's all the same across Russia. Okay. So I got my, but then each family has their own reasoning. So I didn't get a license until I was 17. I got my first license when I was 17. But there are also requirements for driving with your parents, because they don't require you to take classes. I wanted to show you how much it costs to get a driver's license in America. So how much did you have to pay for classes, Sergey?
Paid for classes?
For driving classes.
What do you mean?
Did you have to take driver's classes? Driving lessons?
My driving lesson? It was a very long time ago, in 1997.
So you've forgotten.
I don't remember. My wife have a driver license years ago, 1 year ago, and she paid 10,000 rubley.
Yeah, rubles. Yeah.
Rubles.
Does it sound funny in English? Rubles. Maybe a little. 10,000 rubles.
10,000 class B. Вот
Wow.
I have a B and C class.
Yes. What about you, Svetlana? You said that you got your license in 2011. How much did you have to pay for your lessons?
The price for education of driving was about 9,000 rubles.
Rubles, yeah. So Svetlana found a cheaper driving school. You found a cheaper driving school.
No, I learned early that bike for
Oh, and the price has gone up.
1 year early, and price was smaller.
Yes, it was less. It was less expensive. The cost was less expensive. So Yelena, if you take your classes next year, maybe it will be 11,000 rubles. We hope not.
No.
Maybe.
Elena waiting a situation when every buyers of Jeep driver license in present.
Oh dear. Oh, so roughly this is around $330, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. About 10,000 rubles would be about $330.
It's same every year.
Yeah, but look at the cost. Look at the cost. Do you see the fee chart? The chart of fees or expenses. Do you see the fee chart that I put up?
So on, I see it class B minimum wage 18.
Yes, that's correct. But notice that you can have a class F where the minimum age is 15.
In Russia, not have class F.
Oh dear, Svetlana is asking a question. Just a moment.
Class F.
I'm finding out.
Велосипед, что ли?
No. Let's see. I'm finding it. Just a moment. I'm finding a description, the types of license. Oh my goodness. This is. So basically, what it's telling me, Class F, intermediate. Oh my goodness, now you're...
Maybe you tell without book
Yes.
picture.
Okay, A, B, and C, they are commercial driver's licenses. Okay, A, B, and C are commercial driver's licenses. So they have extra fees and for written and road tests. They have extra tests that they have to take. That's for if you want to drive a commercial vehicle. Maybe you want to drive a bus for a daycare with children. Or maybe you drive...
For bus, you need class A?
I'm not sure. I would have to read through the... but yes, it would be A, B, or C. It would be a commercial license where you're driving as a profession. So A, B, and C are for professional drivers. Class E, is also some sort of a Class E. It would be the daycare. So A, B, C, E, those are all for some sort of a commercial, either large or small operation. So you might be driving a bus for the city, or you might be driving a bus for a very small business. If you're driving it for a very small business that has children, it would be E. These are not things that, it's listed, we read about it when we're preparing for the driving test, but it's not something that people are worried about. Most people have a Class F driver's license, and if you look at the example, notice both of the examples are Class F. If you go back to see the Class F. Yes. And I think that maybe M is for motorcycle. Okay, so Class F is a typical car. If you want to drive a motorcycle, you would probably need a class. It's $3.50. That's for an instruction permit. That's to be able to drive with your parents or another driver, a driving instructor. Yes.
1 hour
This is for the license. So let's say I'm 15. I want to get my driver's license. I'm 15 years old. And my parents sign a piece of paper and they say, we will teach our daughter how to drive. Okay? I'm 15, I'm there with my parents. I pay the state of Missouri $3.50 one time, and they give me my license. Now this is only for instruction. So it's just in order to learn. and then I can drive with my parents, and my parents teach me. Because it's my parents do not charge me any money.
Do you have exam?
Not yes. Yes, there is a written exam.
It's a driving exam and it's a theoretical exam.
Not yet, not yet. Just a theoretical exam, just a written exam. Then, so this is because this is for instruction. The state of Missouri says, the state assumes that I don't know how to drive yet, so I don't take a driving exam. So there's no driving exam. But I can't drive alone because I have to drive with my parents a certain number of hours. So
when you
receive
when
or
you
get
receive license, you cannot driving alone the car. Yes,
with a permit. So there is a permit that's for learning, and then there's a license for driving alone. So the government realizes that young people don't know how to drive, but we are not required to take classes. We don't have to go to a driving school. Our parents are allowed to teach us. So we go to the government, we take a theoretical exam, a written exam, to show that we have read, we understand the road signs, and we know the laws of the road, theoretically. But we haven't had any practice, and we receive a permit. And you can receive a permit as young as age 15, and your parents sign a sheet of paper, and they say, we will drive with Abigail for, let's say, I don't know, 250 hours. We will drive with her for 250 hours and teach her how to drive. You know, we will give her lessons ourselves. Or there are driving schools in the United States. They can have me take lessons with a driving instructor also. That's a possibility. But most parents just teach their kids themselves. And then, after I've had the right number of hours, so we'll say, I don't remember how many it is, but 250, then I can return at age 16 to get an intermediate license. This license is only good for 2 years. And at 16, if my parents have taught me for, or have ridden in the car with me for 250 hours, something like that, then I can apply for the real license. And this time I take the theoretical exam again, and I have a driving exam with a police officer. So I have a driving exam, I take a written exam, as well as a driving test with a police officer. And this is very, very common. And then I have, if I pass both exams, both the written and the driving test, then I have my intermediate license, which is good 2 years. And then when I'm 18, I can go back and get another license. And if I pay, let's see, if I pay $10, it's good for 3 years. Or if I pay $20, it's good for 6 years. Does it seem strange to you?
What's different license for 15 years and license for 16 years? You driving the car in the street of the town. I don't understand.
Yes, just a second. Only with parents or
Только с родителями. Only with parents.
who has a license.
Либо человек старше 21 года.
Mm-hmm. It's an instruction. Notice that it is for instruction.
It's a usual car. It's a special car.
No, it's a usual. It can be. It's a usual car. A typical car. A usual car. Or you could also, with an instructor.
When we learn driving, we have a special car with double gas.
Yes, double brake,
Double brake.
gas, pedal,
and the instructor
steering wheel.
has controls our movement.
Double brakes, double gas pedals, double steering wheel.
And when I received license, I can driving alone. And license in Russia have different различия.
Yes. Differences have differences.
Have differences from type of car. Small car.
Oh.
Как она грузовая называется? Big car.
Yes.
Bus.
I see. This a class F would be for, well, first I should say, I called this thing, I called this, the document that you can get at age 15, I called it a license, but it's not really a license. It's a permit that says you have permission to learn how to drive. You have read the laws, you theoretically know the laws, and now you have permission to practice with someone. Notice it can be either your parents or someone else with a driver's license who's over 21, or you can also take classes in a special car with the double steering wheel and the double pedal and the double brake. That's also an option, but it costs money. So many people don't take driving lessons. I did take some driving lessons, not very many. I think I drove with an instructor maybe 3 times, two or three times. I took 2 or 3 classes, and this was after many months of driving with my parents. And it was to build up my confidence. I took a few classes with a driving instructor in order to build up my confidence and to become familiar with the driving test. Because he pretended, he said, okay, now let's act as though I am a police officer giving you the driving test. And then he sat in the car and had me drive and said, here is what they're going to have, that you need to fix. You're going to have to do this, this, and this. So when I took classes, the driving instructor simulated a driving test. He simulated a driving test. Or in other words, he pretended like I was taking the driving test. So it was good to drive with someone who wasn't my mom or my dad. But many Americans don't take driving classes because it's not required.
some time ago in Russia was the same situation, and driving training was normally, but now it's teaching class is обязательная.
Are mandatory. Mandatory.
Mandatory recommend. And if in 1995 I can drive with my parents, now it's impossible.
Yes.
I think just our government has more money.
Maybe. I also think there are many bad teenagers driving in America, or bad drivers. I think that many teenagers who drive in America drive very badly. Not all, but many. So, do you understand the difference, Svetlana, between the instruction permit and the intermediate or regular driver's license? With this one, with the first one, you have to drive with someone. And with these two, you can drive alone.
You can drive alone from 16 years. And what differences from 18 years ago?
I think that 18-year-olds drive more prudently.
Можно пить рулем. Can drink, you know.
No, not in America. Yelena, do you know the drinking age in America?
21.
Yes.
Yes?
Sergey is right. Yes. Yes. So, of course they're drinking, but they're not supposed to be drinking. Yeah. And, of course, there are very strict laws about drinking and driving in America. I think the laws in Russia are also very strict, though. Yes? No.
In 18 and 16, I have a good joke with But in Russia, I can marry in 16, but I can see erotic film at 18.
Oh, dear. That's awful. Yes. Oh, well, you can get married at, I think, well, you can get married earlier with your parents' consent, but 18. 18 is the magic number in the United States.
I see a class, driver license class in USA is different from Russia.
Yes.
In Russia, driving license class A это for bike, B for легковые машины. For car, 3,500 kilogram, and class C, it's
Lorry.
it's a cargo
Yes.
car. It's commercial or no commercial, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yes, it doesn't matter. It's the type of vehicle.
But for class A it's a bus.
Yes.
And need age 21.
Okay, this is
We
not.
have class B, E, C, E.
Yeah.
This is a very difficult question for the United States because it depends on the state. So each state has a different. This is Alabama. Let's see. So look for Missouri. Go down the list. Oh, and it doesn't even address some of them. So we saw that M must be motorcycle. Class M is motorcycle, but A, B, and C are for large commercial vehicles exceeding 2,000 pounds, 26,000 pounds.
ЛБС это what is this?
Oh, what's that?
ЛБС.
Oh, pounds. I'm sorry, LBS. Yeah, that's
LBS.
LBS. It stands for pounds, since everything is measured in pounds, not kilograms. Yeah, I have no idea where they came up with that abbreviation.
Right. Never mind.
Yeah, but pounds.
It's a weight.
It's a weight, exactly. Yes, that's correct. Yes, it's a weight. So
Different state have a different class.
yes.
How you policemen orientuются?
Well, they call the state. They can look at. They have a. I think they have a database of the different classes for different states.
If you give class in which in class some class in one state, you drive to another state when this class is not for you, and
it doesn't matter because remember your license has the state, so it depends on your state. Even if you drive to another state, you are subject to the laws on licenses from your state, the state that gave you the license. Because remember, when the United States was founded, each state, and it's still a little bit this way, but each state was independent to a certain degree of the other states. So each state really had its laws, and they cooperate with each other. So the states cooperate, but before they were much more independent. Now the federal government is gaining a lot more power. But the state laws are still very different from each other. And each state and the states must, they must respect. And that's why it's very important to have both the class. It's not. I spelled it. So this means I didn't realize that this is listed on the driver's license. I guess I should, here, just a moment. I'm going to get I have several licenses. I'll be right back. Frequently, they're yellow. But you also see red yield signs.
We have one things for one situation. You have many things for one situation.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, I think it's also from different states. but they all are triangular.
Mm-hmm.
And they will all of them will have yield written on them. So they are all triangular and they all have yield written on them. And they're either yellow or red. Now that you ask me, I can't think of whether, I think the most yield signs I see are yellow. But because most stop signs are red. So looking at the stop signs, oh, now I can't even find them. Hold on, I'm going to close. Oh, speed chart, we don't need those countries. I wonder if I can type, oh, I can, stop sign. So stop signs are always red, always. But the design may be different. They may be red with just a white stripe. They may have a red stripe outside of the white stripe. But stop signs are red. So this should be red. Looking at the top of the road signs again, the black and white ones. What about number 16? What do you think number 16 means?
It's about warning what signal sign number 1
Yes.
was very soon.
Yes, exactly. Number 6, the sign that you see there says a yield sign is coming.
Скоро будет.
Yes, a yield sign is coming soon. It's coming soon. A yield sign is coming soon, and so is 17. 17 also means a stop sign is coming soon. What about 23? Yelena, do you have an idea about 23? What might this be?
Don't know.
Svetlana, do you have a guess?
I think don't stop. Don't stop him.
No. Well,
In Russia, similar things means don't stop this.
don't stop here. You can't
Don't
stop here.
here.
Uh-huh. Now,
Why буква A?
ah,
R.
that is a very good question, and it's key. Can you think of some type of transportation that begins with R in English? So we have cars, trucks, buses.
Cars, trucks, I don't
Well,
know.
this might be hard. This is a hard one. Railroad. Yes, a train. Railroad. This means railroad crossing. Railroad crossing.
Yes.
So it's a warning to say there's a railroad. It lets people know that if there's a train, you know, there will be blinking lights and you can't cross, you have to wait. Or also, don't stop on the railroad. You can't stop on the railroad. So it's a railroad crossing. That's what this means, railroad crossing. I think that 30 is very self-explanatory. But maybe not, maybe not. If you see this sign at on a street, what should you not do? Or a ramp. So if you see this sign, what should you not do? What do you think this sign means?
I know what the sign means, but I don't know how it say.
So
In Russia, it's кирпич.
That's right. Okay, now I have to look it up.
Signal. Do not enter.
Yeah, do not enter.
Пересекать.
Не въезжать. Не входить.
This way, yes, that's right. 38.
Circle road.
A roundabout. These are not as common in America as they are in Europe and Russia. Let's see. Often with the stop sign, you will see number 10, either four-way or all-way. That means, what does that mean?
In which way you need a stop?
And which way needs to stop?
In all way.
Always.
На тех полосах, короче, останавливают.
All cars coming to this intersection must stop, right?
Right.
But if you don't see the all-way or four-way, then it means maybe you're the only one who has to stop, and you have to yield. Let's see. I think most of these are clear. Are there any that you don't understand? Do any of these signs, are there any of these signs that you don't understand? What do 5 and 6 mean, maybe?
I don't understand you.
Oh, okay. Signs 5 and 6.
Road when you come out, приближаетесь, have one направление, one line of one direction to move.
Yes, that's correct. It's a one-way street. The traffic can only proceed in one direction. Yes.
The next street, not this street. Next street.
Yes, the one that you're coming to. Yes, as you're driving. So I'm driving down a street, and I come to this street here, and there's a sign that points this way. It means that if I want to go on the street, I can only go that way. Yes, correct. Yeah. I think most of these are not as interesting. Some of these are a little more interesting. What does this, do you see the second page, 77? What does it mean in English, Sergey?
Это запрещено, как сказать.
It is forbidden.
Как?
It's forbidden. It's forbidden. It's forbidden.
It's forbidden to take car.
To take a car?
It's forbidden. It's forbidden to stop in the car.
Yes, exactly. Or in English, we also say to hitchhike. It's forbidden to hitchhike. That's to ask for a ride. Yes. Let's see if there's any other interesting ones here. This sign you probably recognize.
What does it mean? 55, 61, 67.
Ah, 50, let's see. So 50, you want to know 50, 50, 54?
55.
Oh, 55. Well, what is a hill? Does anyone know what a hill is? That's the key. A hill is a bump in the ground. So this is a warning that there is a hill. Usually this is only for very steep hills. Does that make sense? So at the a very steep grade.
In Russia, this have a name, policeman who is лежит так,
waiting. This is a warning that is especially important in the winter when there is a lot of ice. And it indicates that there's a very a steep or krutoy, not krutoy, but that it might be hard to get up the hill or down. A hill is a
not flat road.
Yes, that's right. Home, yeah. A bump. This is usually a sign that is put up when there is a very bad stretch of road. So when the road is uneven or not flat. And a dip, that's when the road goes down. But you can see, I know it seems very strange, but these signs are put up on American roads. You see them places. 73, bridges, bridge ices before road. That's a very good question. Bridge ices before road is another warning. And it would seem logical, but sometimes people don't think that when it's been raining and it becomes very cold very rapidly, the bridge will have ice on it before the rest of the road will. So this is a warning just to remind people before a bridge that even if the road is only wet, there may already be ice on the bridge to help prevent accidents. Was that clear? Do I need to explain again?
It's a rule just for children.
I think it is, right.
You need to see how driving rule is.
Well, it's not, this isn't so much a rule, it's more of a warning. It's to try to prevent accidents.
Our road seems have a minimum watts. Maximum.
Most highways and interstates have a maximum of somewhere between 60 to 70 miles per hour, mph, miles per hour. And let's see, 70 miles per hour is 112 kilometers per hour. 112 kilometers now.
Now I read how I can take American driving license. It's a very interesting procedure.
So tell us, what did you find out, Sergey?
It's a very big text. I think you have an online test, drug test. You have need two documents and 1 mile.
And one what?
Right? 1 mile. Письмо.
Oh, a letter.
Как?
Letter.
A letter? A letter?
Letter. Да, letter.
A letter from whom?
And this text says from anyone.
Sergey, can you give me the link so that I can see? Because when I took the driving exam, I didn't have a letter.
It's okay. Just a moment. I need
That's fine.
in our computer.
That's fine. Not a problem. So on that's Svetlana.
And in this text, tell about your sign and the rules. What not?
Yes.
Driving rules in USA do not. Короче, не нужно учить. Not.
You don't need to study.
Да.
But at a high speed, you can't read the text.
One second. Они очень так. It's very. Site in USA is very понятные.
It's very clear.
It's very clear, and site when сложно трактовать неоднозначно.
It's difficult.
It's difficult. Подписаны. Ну, короче, если непонятно, то подписано. Иначе не ошибешься.
Yes, it's true. As you can see from many of the signs that we're looking at, left lane must turn left. So if you're in the left lane, you must turn left. Or no turns. Let's see. Oh, Svetlana, I didn't notice this, but sign number 55, and I think this is sign number 49, they are often the same, or they are used one or the other. You may see sign number 49 instead of sign number 55, a hill. Yeah.
It's a similar thing.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And it's particularly because trucks may have, big trucks may have difficulty on hills. But sometimes cars.
This is only the trucks, yes?
No. But it just shows a truck on a on a hill. It would not only be for trucks. It just is another way of showing a hill. And a truck is very recognizable. Oh, it's a Russian website.
Oh, yes, it's a Russian website.
I thought you were looking at an American website.
No, no.
Let's see what Sergey is looking at. Oh, it's all in Russian. Well, we aren't going to read that. But it's true that many things that are very logical. But Sergey, you drive, so it seems logical to you. For a new driver, it might not be logical.
I think it's not a problem for me because all site is понятно сказать.
Is very logical.
It's very logical. It's unusual but logical.
Wait, it's unusual but logical? How can it be both?
Необычный, но логичный.
So it's not normal for you in Russia.
It's a arrow to left when I need to drive to left.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not strange. Well, let's talk a little bit about not talking about cars. For next week, I want to talk about, yes, next week. I'm not sure if we'll have class on Monday or Wednesday. I still have to find out when Kostya wants to do the reading class with you. But I want to talk not about driving cars, but other forms of transportation. And if you don't drive, how you get to work or buy groceries or other things by other means of transportation. It's a growing question in the United States, and I think that Russia has a lot better public transportation than most places in the United States. So public transportation will be our topic for the next time. And I found a short clip or a short listening passage from NPR. NPR is America's national public radio, and they have a series called This American Life. And these are short stories that are told by Americans. The quality is excellent, and they had a short series on cars. And I just had the first part, which is about a 3-minute clip that I wanted you to listen to. So I'll put that on WebElang and ask you to listen to it and post some comments about that. And I'll put that on the blog, okay?
Mm.
Any other questions for me?
I have no question.
Too many details. Very technical. Okay. Well, thank you all, and I will see you next week on Monday or Wednesday, and then the other day, whatever day we don't have class. I believe you'll have a reading class with Kostya. Okay?
Okay.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Elena. Bye, Sergey and Svetlana.